In March of 2017, the Mishawaka-Penn-Harris Public Library, in an effort to honor the longtime relationship between Mishawaka and our sister city, Shiojiri, Japan, dedicated the Shiojiri Room here in downtown Mishawaka. In this video, you will hear personal accounts from some of the people who have worked diligently through the years to maintain the bond between our two cities.
Nancy and I became involved with Youth for Understanding, which is an international high school youth exchange in the late 70s. We became good friends with Helen Amos. So her having a Japanese boy and us having a Japanese boy made it possible for us to come together with various social meetings.
A special thing about the relationship of Sister City, whether it's with Shiojiri in Japan or Soest in Germany, is that it promotes an understanding and a friendship between people of different cultures.
Well, the thing that's most special to us, I think, about the connection is the people. You know, the great thing about Mishawaka-Shiojiri Sister City is it's not really between the cities. It's between the people, you know, from Shiojiri, the people from Mishawaka.
We had some experiences where we hosted high school students, and then when each of our kids were in college, they studied a year in Japan, and they were able to visit those same families. And when they arrived, it was like they were a celebrity. I mean, it was like they went to great lengths to make sure that, you know, they had a really good experience.
If you want to get treated like the Queen of England, go to Shiojiri and tell them you're from Mishawaka. They'll get you a city bus and take you around and declare like a city holiday for you. It's really remarkable.
The greatest gift of the Sister City connection is the people. We have two cities and we share one heart. We have students traveling to Japan, to Shiojiri, to live with host families, to go to schools and visit with elementary students. Since 2005, we have had over 100 Mishawaka High School students, parents, teachers travel to our sister city, and when we arrive, it is like a homecoming. It is as though we are long lost family and we are embraced in immediate welcome.
Starting to understand culture is probably the biggest thing. Understanding that people around the world are really very similar. To you know, think about how far away Japan is, but how normal their lives are compared to our lives. I've really enjoyed sort of understanding everything from sort of food to culture to how they do things. But at the end of the day, I found a lot of similarities, I think, between the two communities. And I cannot believe how much kindness they have shown to us over the years, and vice versa. The people of Mishawaka have tried to be very kind to them as well too. And so it's amazing that something that started very innocently with some letter writing ended up to be this friendship now that we've cultivated for well over 40 years.
I would say the most interesting event that we ever experienced through our relationships was planning a wedding for one of our Japanese friends who we had hosted, and he and his wife, or his fiance at that time, came with their families and were married in Mishawaka. So that was very special to them, and of course it was an honor to us that Kazuhiro would ask us to do such a thing.
That was 20 years ago, and we're still in contact. We saw him last year when he was here on business, and it was just something our family, we still talk about.
The Sister City relationship has changed my life completely. My host family, Doug and Caroline Freeman, and their family taught me the importance of relationships and life. We still are friends today. Fortunately, thanks to them, my wife and I were able to have a wonderful wedding here in Mishawaka. We were able to travel here to Mishawaka many times and introduce our son to the friends we have made.
I've been involved with the Sister City, I guess, for a long time. My grandparents were really involved with it, and so I had an opportunity when I was pretty young to go to Japan with my grandpa. And so I guess I've experienced the sister city relationship from that of a young student. And then more recently, I've been the caretaker of Shiojiri Niwa. I've worked in that garden for about 8 years now, and as the manager of it for the last 2 years.
The Takasuna family had already hosted one exchange student to promote our sister city relationship, and they wanted to host another, so I offered to go. I'm so happy that I took that opportunity. The Takasunas believed it was important to promote understanding and acceptance, which is why they invested so much in our sister city relationship. I am sincerely impressed and eternally grateful for their foresight and actions. I'm also happy to see that our sister city relationship endures and is being honored today.
During my time as a Japanese teacher at Mishawaka High School, I organized a student trip to Shiojiri, taking 5 students to visit their sister city. We had several homes volunteered to provide a place to stay, and one of our students, Jimmy, even got to stay with Mr. Oguchi's home, where he met the mayor's 2 teenage sons. Mayor Oguchi tells me that not only did he enjoy being a host family, meeting Jimmy was a great experience for his sons in beginning to open their eyes to a whole new international world.
I would like to express my gratitude to everyone involved in opening the Shiojiri room. We made sister city relationship in 1972. Since then, crossing the border of cultural differences and constant and steady efforts, we built our friendship till today.
For a while, we've been home of several large pieces, some display cases and some various items that were donated by community members and organizations. It took us 5 months. It was truly a community effort with item after item and story after wonderful story. It was time to give these lovely items a permanent, forever home. We are sister cities, and I believe Miss Helen would be proud.